I'm just a cute little loli that's just living in this strange land. And hey, stop eating my babies. Scooby Doo.
And I am Team Fapto. We're gonna head over to the village and fuck it up. So, Brony.
Welcome back to the next episode of Waifu Wars, where we talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb, but not your waifu because she is trash. That's right, just in English. She's trash.
Woo! It's actually UK English, so it's different than regular.
Rubbish. How you doing?
Poppycock.
I don't think that's garbage. I don't think that's the word for trash.
Eh, my
But
British English is off.
yeah, it's off like you're Jamaican.
Nah.
No, that's not your cue to try it. How are you doing, Oni?
I'm still recovering from last night. How are you doing, Drew?
Same. I can use a billion naps. Jesus. Oh
Oh
my.
yeah, I took a nap this afternoon at like 4, like right before the live watch.
Oh, I
It was
wish.
so good.
I wish I slept, but no, I did not sleep. Well, I slept after the live watch. I took an hour nap, and it was like this is enough just to get you through the rest of the night.
Basically.
So, yep, here we are, guys. We're back. Another fun-filled podcast full of shenanigans, surprises, upsets, and mucho mas. I just realized I'm recording from my end screen. Well, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's hop right into it. Let's start with our new segment this week in anime. I'm gonna go first. Something that everyone should know by now. According to Anime News Network, the '90s American live-action Sailor Moon pilot has finally gone public. Apparently, it was locked away, in the Library of Congress. I didn't know the Library of Congress.
Why the Library of Congress?
They were like, it's so fucking awful that we literally had to lock it away. We had to erase some of America's dark history.
Yeah.
And you know what? After watching it with everyone on stream, I can't blame them.
I like to imagine they literally sent the pilot to like Bill Clinton. He would have been president at the time. They just sent it over to Bill, and he was like, "Oh my God, we're gonna hide this away. No one can see this. Lock in the Library of Congress."
Yeah. Excuse me. Apparently, the pilot's included in towards the end of like a 2-part documentary series, which is interesting because I don't. Does anyone want to watch like a 2-part documentary series about this shit show? Unless it was just because I feel like they're gonna be talking about in earnest, like here's what we were trying to do, and we're gonna blah 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 blah. But then I'm just like, no, I just want the tea. I want everyone who hates on it and just literally be like, yeah, I can't believe I participated in this shit show. I'm so sorry.
I wonder if any of the actresses in the show actually like made it big, and like this saved their career not being associated with this. Like imagine a pilot leaked and it was just like random famous actresses playing all the Sailor Scouts when they were younger.
Oh my god, yeah, like fucking Alyssa Milano as Sailor Venus or some shit. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. Angelina Jolie as Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. They luckily for everybody, this project was scrapped in favor of just doing what they should have done and just doing English dub. Which
they did a lot more
yeah. I mean,
they still kind of butchered it.
Right, the dub. There's some notes. I have some notes.
A little bit less somehow.
There's some notes I have about the dubs, but whatever I remember from it from my memories as a child, it was not as bad as this. Everyone, I encourage you to watch this episode and get your life.
Yes. I hope. Do you think Uranus was also cousins or in this episode, in this pilot?
Absolutely, they were diverse, but they weren't that kind of diverse. They were not that kind of diverse at all. Mm-mm. No, sir. So that's my news. What you got for me, Oni?
In very unsurprising news, Netflix cancels the live-action Resident Evil series.
What?
Yeah, I could have seen this coming. What? I think it was greenlit for a second season at some point, but nope. Apparently, after all the backlash, and people realizing it was just a meme, or the executives realizing it was just a meme, they backed off of it, and they officially have just canceled it. So it won't be appearing with season 2. And yeah, it's sad, but like, I just want a decent Resident Evil
Nope.
adaptation. Like, what is so different? Like, it's literally written. It's written. Like, you have the script and everything. You just need to like adapt it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to make any changes. Just adapt it.
Just watch, adapt it. You're just stuck with The Walking Dead. I'm so sorry.
Oh no. The Walking Dead doesn't have lickers and nemesis and shit.
It doesn't, and yet it's still obviously a far better plot than Resident Evil.
No, that's where you're wrong. Resident Evil is the perfect mix of campy. Let me rephrase horror.
The Netflix series of Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
not the.
It's sad that the best adaptation of Resident Evil is the first movie.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yikes! That's saying something.
Yeah, that's just that.
Yep. Shout out to Mila Jovovich. I don't know. Sure, it's like, sure, is it nepotism that her husband directed it?
Yes.
Sure. But was she bad?
No, she's pretty good.
Right, like
listen, if we actually got a reboot of the series that actually followed the games, I wouldn't mind if she came back and played Jill.
Right, and you know, she was very comfortable being naked in front of the camera. I remember that. I've seen her titties at least 3 times in my life.
That's why her husband's a director.
Not hey, I just want to show off my wife's titties.
So that's for this scene, we're gonna need you to be naked.
I mean, but he's already. But okay, I accept that logic, and we're just gonna move on into our weekly reviews. Not that we're done with our news. And what is first on the docket? It is Made in the Abyss, season 2, episode 8. Yeah, my episode of the week.
Yeah, it's not much competition.
Right, no, there isn't.
But that's not to say this episode was bad. This was actually one of the best episodes of the season so far.
Yeah, no. I mean, did I love the rest of the lineup? But yeah, this is just ooh. I just, once again, for the billionth time, just this man never going to be around my children or children of my family. Or children in general. If I see him around kids that aren't his own, I'm just like...
You're just gonna, like, call the cops.
Right, then immediately, I'm just like, listen, there's a suspicious guy. I'm like, listen, girl, did you see what he read? Did you see what he did to children in his book?
I was saying, like, how do you even come up with these ideas? Like, how do you sleep at night, sir? Just, like, imagining this. It's horrible, like setting.
It's drugs, but not the good kind.
No, it's the bad drugs.
These are the bad. These are the drugs that I would stay clear of. Maybe.
Maybe. First off, I have to say Fapta is excellent at being creepy and cute simultaneously. Like no, yeah, she was super cute in the beginning.
As she ripped off,
before she ripped off her ear,
arm from her arm, her arm / ear, her arm ear.
Yeah.
I don't even know where it came. I don't even know what was on her head. I don't know what was on her head anymore because I just saw an arm. It made me really confused and scared.
I like how she didn't, but like you. I wish Reg was like, you could have just given me like a piece of hair or something. You did like rip off your fucking arm.
No, you needed a piece of me, so take a whole arm. Oh my gosh. And yay, we find out that we're not eating Irum. It was just her babies. Yay!
Just her babies. She's not looking too well. I gotta say.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think. I don't think she was. She kind of completely turned into a hollow and is now just giving birth to a bunch of kids that are getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And the fucking prophet's like, dope, this is just more meat for everybody.
Oh, also more food.
And then he's like, you know what makes it even taste better? He's like, you know what even makes it taste better? When you kill them when they're alive. He's like, that's the real good meat.
Ugh, I hated that sound design in this episode because it was so good. It was like you hear the knife like slicing through the.
You hear it scrape against the skin before he's about to cut into it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, ugh, girl, you don't need to be that well in the sound design department.
Yeah. Also, speaking of the prophet, he's been busy. He also thought that while Weko was out of commission, he was like, you know what? You know what this little girl needs? Let's give her another egg. Let's give her another egg. Another, what's it called? Cradle of Desire. Let's do that. Because the first one worked so well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just do it a second time.
Why is it always the most fucked up people who happen to be the most industrious? Like, he's so good at being. He was like, well, I could be more efficient in my evilness right now, actually.
Right. And he wasn't even, and the worst part is he wasn't even like trying to be evil. He just like,
no, he's just like,
he's like, girl, we gotta eat.
like, listen, I mean, at a certain point, like, I was on, not on his side, I was like, I kind of understood, like, oh, they have to eat to survive. But at a certain point when he was like, yeah, I like to eat these babies while they're fresh and stuff, I was like, all right, now you're just being extra. Clearly you lack empathy. Like, when he was like, oh, you don't look so well, Waco, you want to cook them?
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I was just like, oh, it's getting sociopath. I mean, it's probably not even like a sociopath thing. He probably like, he's been put in a really, he was just put in a really tough position. Just kind of, I think, cracked a wee bit under the pressure. Maybe just a little bit.
Baylef is also kind of cracking under the pressure.
Oh no, homegirl fell apart. He's like completely gone. Like. He's just like, no, you can just. He's like, no, literally, I'd rather. Please don't feed me her babies. Like, I'd rather just die. Please. And they're like, no, we don't want to die. And they're like, no, please stop. It's so damn good.
It's so good.
Wow. I felt bad for him. He was like, this is so delicious. Please don't give me any more. Man, yeah. He did not handle this. He did not handle this twist in events well at all.
No, nah. I like how we also got a random gratuitous death in the journey they were having to up the cliffside.
Oh my god, that did like. It didn't even look. Weirdly enough, it didn't look real. It looked like she just popped like a balloon.
Yeah, but still, that's horrible.
I almost didn't like. Was that like, I don't know. I'm not saying this is gonna sound weird. So I'm not saying I want to see more gore at this point or anything from this anime. I really don't. I'm just saying it's like if you get popped like that, like your guts and blood should be like raining everywhere. I'm just saying. And she kind of just popped like a balloon and they ended it like that. Not once again, not your invitation to the guy who created this.
He's taking notes. He's like, all right, for the next episode, we got to make sure we have the guts raining down.
Please don't. I mean, it doesn't matter because technically there's no more people to kill because once they follow Irum ? I guess Bella finally cracks and Balfa's like, bitch, just ingest me, body, soul, and mind, and whatever that stuff. Whatever you would say before the priest lays his hands on you and heals you. But he says all of this, and there's a green light that looks a lot like the barrier.
Yep.
And he walks in, and he turns into what we know as one of the great sages, or at least in the form that we first met him in.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. First of all, I guess they must have been just delirious or tired of eating babies, because for some reason everyone was like, "Whoa, that's so wonderful! He was turned into a fucking monster."
To be fair, that is really awesome. Like, he turned into a really cool monster.
He did.
Like, he got the good end of the stick there. Cause some of them look like absolute clowns, but he was like the really cool one.
Yeah, but I would not be like, yes, I too want to be turned into a monster, even if it's cool. No, I'm good. I still like being a human.
So you'd be the Waco in this equation. You'd be like, yes. Nah, I'm good. I'm out.
Exactly. I follow the Waco route, well, to an extent, because I'm not gonna kill myself. But
oh, no, I would have been killed myself. We have been in the 6th layer for like a minute, and I'm like, no, that's too much for me. Peace.
Yeah, I feel like in so many situations that's your go-to move, and
it is. You're right. In any kind of post-apocalyptic situation, that is my go-to move.
Yeah, I do.
I'm sorry. Would you rather live here with the crazy monsters eating babies and becoming hollow?
I mean, if the stew was good, I don't think I'd be like, damn, that's tough, but I love life. Period. I mean, I would stop at killing them when they're alive. Like, yeah, I would at the very least wait until they die before I take them from her.
Before you eat them.
Yes, and let her mourn. Before taking her baby from her. Gosh.
But it's all right, because she does eventually have one baby that survives.
Which is indeed, I forget her name.
Fopta.
There you go. Yeah, and that was a very that was a very violent birth, literally.
She's like, nope, I'm not gonna be happy with what you did to my mom, so
yep,
I'm gonna kill all you bitches.
Basically. And it's really cool. I will say what happened to Idum is kind of cool, though. Which is what I hate about the show. It's like, I'm mortified with them just like, as the show goes on, it's such an interesting plot twist, because I did not foresee her. No, I foresaw her changing everyone to hollows. I didn't foresee her literally becoming the village herself.
Yeah, that was a good twist.
Yes, and it kind of makes sense, because yeah, I feel like Idum would wish for something like that. Fortunately, with the 2 eggs inside of her and probably the trauma of watching her babies die, we kind of got a little lost along the way. But
yeah, we hit some snags on the road, but we're here. I like that there's a little like contrasting between what's his name from the movie, Bondrewd, and this guy, the prophet, because like Bondrewd's like, they're both fucked up pieces of shit, but Bondrewd's like all science, like in the name of science and yada yada yada, and this guy's clearly more like a cult leader, hyper religious zealot type of guy. So I just like that super science and super religion theme going back and forth.
Yeah. I'll say this. Once again, because I wouldn't even compare the two. Like, yes, he's in villain territory for sure, but like, in his very weird, fucked up way, he was just trying to save the people. You know? Like, he was just like, this is how we do it. We just eat all her babies. But it worked. And it worked. Like, that's the gag. You can't be mad at it. He did save everybody.
Worked better for some people than others.
Listen, he didn't had to kill anybody to do. Oh, except the babies. Outside the babies that were gonna die anyways. He didn't have to kill anyone else to get it done. Meanwhile, scientist dude is like, let's liquidate my children. Let's liquidate people and do all this awful shit. He is this truly like, I'm just a terrible person in the name of science. And this guy is like, I don't know, you're just, it's very much giving Negan from The Walking Dead, except less violent, in the sense that it's like, you aren't a bad person, it's just, you're stuck in a post-apocalyptic environment, and you're pushed to do some very unpleasant things.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I
empathize with him just a little bit more than the scientist dude who's just like, I want to fuck everything up in the name of science. I
regret saying this, but I loved Waco this episode, and I hope she doesn't die.
Thanks for that very hearty death flag.
But I know she is.
Thanks for that hearty death. You could have kept it to yourself. Like, you literally spoke. It's like
I just wanted to say I love Waco. All right, she was great. I almost shed a tear when she was like in the pit naming all the little blob monsters.
Oh my god! Which apparently are like the children that didn't get to be born, kind of. And I'm like, how does that even? Do I want to know how that even works?
I don't know how that works, but it's depressing. It's depressing to think about.
Right. You ain't wrong about that.
God, I hope Fopta doesn't kill her. I mean, she will. I know she will.
Right. Is either Fopta's gonna kill her, or Reko's gonna be like, no, and sacrifice herself to save Fopta.
Also, I just realized, well, I kind of thought about this before, but it clicked for me right now. I'm pretty sure the promise for Fopta and Reg is going to help her get into the village. Yeah. And since Reg doesn't know anything about what's going on in the story because he wasn't there for it,
yeah, he's going to leave them all to slaughter.
No idea. Yeah, he's like, oh, Fopta just wanted to come in the village. God, uh-oh.
And then you just hear people screaming in the background.
He's just gonna walk into the room with Fopta, and Fopta's gonna like decapitate Waco or some shit.
Yeah, that's kind of rough. Also, poor Waco. All she was just like, I don't want to live like this anymore. And he was like, nope, you must live. And you're not gonna be a hollow. You're just gonna be inside of her forever.
Forever and ever and ever.
I love you.
That should have been the ending song.
Oh, am I gonna do that? Am I gonna make that edit? I hate myself. Welcome forever. And ever edit. Yeah, I'm going to hell.
Yeah.
So that's been the Abyss. Let's move on to Overlord, season 4, episode 8.
Yes, I really like this episode because this was politics. The episode.
Oh yeah, no, this is a pretty good episode. It was really funny. So I guess now that we're on episode 8, and I guess they just want to catch us up to date. They're like, hey, here's all these organizations or people or towns or nations in general that are siding with
Sorcerer Kingdom. Yeah. He has like 1 billion allies.
Yeah, that was like, we know he had the dwarves. Excuse me. Did not know he also teamed up with the Theocracy. I don't remember that episode. I just remember
I'm glad you mentioned that. I thought I misread that.
No, that was not said. That was not mentioned at all until this episode. Like, last time we talked about the Theocracy, it was when they were against the other empire with Fake Gil. And that's the last we heard of them. Yeah,
and the Empire's a vassal now, so that was, I guess, finalized. And yeah, the dragons, of course,
Right.
Also there.
I didn't know they were a kingdom, but worked.
Yeah,
I
well,
guess.
kingdom of like 8.
Right.
He's literally Daenerys at this. He just has like 8
Now he's Daenerys. Now he's the Daenerys. Daenerys did not kill her own dragons. Let's see. What happened besides like the obvious main point. Like it was just hi, my name is Yo, this guy is so not smart. Like, wow.
Oh yeah, the idiot that they're trying to manipulate.
Yeah, Philip.
Yeah, he's so stupid that he's making everyone else like lose their mind.
Right. Like they're like I love the whole theme of this episode is like there's no way he could be that stupid. There's just no way. There's no way he'd be that much of a fool. There's no way that he would do something so asinine as to
just attack without a plan.
Just to attack and steal our stuff for no reason. Like they go as far as like get the one who backs him up, and she's like, "No, it wasn't me." And then Albedo's like, of course, like, girl, I don't know what the fuck's going on either. And then everyone's like, "But did he just do it?" That was it. And even when the kingdom was talking about it, they were like, did he just do it? Like,
no, he must have been manipulated.
He must have some
charm spell. No one's this stupid. They would never. It's a false pretense. So that's
why I love this episode. It was just saying like, wow, like everyone's just in an uproar over what happened, because basically his actions is almost prompting not a civil war, just a straight up war.
Yeah, it's like a huge war. It's like World War I territory.
Right. I don't know why the king was like, no, we can't just use him as a sacrifice. He's innocent. I'm like, he's really not.
Yeah, I think the king is just an idiot.
Right.
I think the prince is realizing that. He's just like, oh my god, my dad is so stupid.
Right. I'm just like, oh my god, no. No. King, stop. No. Like, no. Or he could just... But no, I don't even think he's stupid. I think the king is also like, there's no way. He's clearly innocent. There is no way he did this. So we can't just sacrifice him just because he's manipulated into doing it. But even though you definitely can. Like,
yeah, 100%. Listen, it's him or the kingdom, all right?
Right. And I'm just like, no one put a gun to his head and said, hey, attack Ainz' crops so your crop prices won't be affected. Like, that was it, like girl.
The most
that was your
reason.
Like, and you know what? This show really bamboozled my ass, because the way he was like all drunk and he's like, hey guys, I got a good strategy.
You're right.
I'm just like, okay. I'm waiting, it's gonna be something kind of cute, but then he's gonna get fucked over halfway because it's him. Like, he's not that smart. I didn't imagine it was just simply, let's just steal from them. Like,
it's meta in that way. Like, even us as the viewers were expecting him to not be that stupid.
Right.
Like, what?
we all just got bamboozled. I want to do like the hand in hand meme where it's like viewers, the kingdoms like of Ainz and the other kingdom, and then on top of it you see he can't be this dumb. Because that's us right now. Like, we're all in it together, wondering how Phil can be this dumb. It's like I almost don't want him to die.
Yeah, I feel like he'd be more entertaining as just like an idiot that just fucks everything up.
Right, like this is great. This is so good. Like it's like I generally enjoy his character.
Good job on them making an idiot character so likable. Normally, I would hate this kind of guy.
Yeah, but he's so dumb. Like, he's such a joke. It just gives me life. It's like, yes, girl. Yes, you better give me nothing.
Yeah.
Give me nothing. No, nothing. I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, hmm. No, I think that was like the most of the episode. Oh,
Pretty
right,
much.
and then they went over the fact like the plan to like incite a civil war.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're gonna use, and he was supposed to help them, start said civil war, and somehow he just said, I'm just gonna incite a good old fashioned war."
Yeah, it was regular war. I don't need to make it a civil war.
Oh man. Oh, also, that girl, I forget what her name is, Hilna.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, after her visit, she was like
Oh
super
yeah.
horny for Ein. She was like, she like her and
Ein
Albedo
Sama.
are like soul sisters. Like,
I feel like Albedo's gonna fucking hate her now. She's gonna be like,
yeah.
"How dare you have feelings for Ein?
How dare you lust over him? You bitch!" And just snaps her neck.
I like how they just sent her back through like a portal and she just ends up back in her house and all her attendants are there like, you okay? You want some wine or something?
Right? They're like, "You want to sit there? You want to take a seat, girl? Like, you alright?"
Some water? You just flipped out of a portal from another dimension.
She's like, "No, I'm better than fine. I'm great."
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny. Yeah, it was a very. I feel like it was an episode of politics that was. I'm not sure if they meant for it to be comedic, but it was very much comedic.
It was comedic nonetheless.
Yes, it was very funny nonetheless. All right, let's move on to. All right, that's right. This stupid website. On any chart, do you ever, for some reason, it just like deselects all the things you selected?
That's happened like once or twice.
Yeah, because that's what happened to me. Because I'm just like, and up next we have, and I'm like, oh, I'm looking for a green light that doesn't exist. But up next we have, that was a part-time worker, season 2, episode 7. There you go.
Yeah, this was just another alright episode for me.
Same. More happened than I thought it would happen. I was still kind of falling asleep in it, not because I thought it was like super boring per se, but I was just falling asleep. I was just really tired at this point. Apparently, Amane is some kind of deity? Question mark.
Yeah, she's like the Earth deity or something. Protects the Earth. It's like Captain Planet.
Oh, cool. I guess. I love how I tried to type in what she said. He's like Oguro, and it was just like, "Do you mean this singer?" Deity. Okay. So yeah, that was kind of cool. The only thing I didn't like about it is that like they hyped her up to be this bad bitch, and it's like, but we don't ever get to see her fight.
Yeah, she literally didn't do anything. I'm upset about that. I thought she would have like a cool transformation, like have a badass outfit or something.
Right. And she was like, "No, I'm just gonna." She literally was like, "I'm just gonna leave y'all to do it."
She didn't even have that much screen time this episode. She just was like, "Bye, hi, bye. Here's your sword."
Right. And also, what's his face? Mao and the two other stooges are just like, "We're here to look cool with our capes." That's it. No flying, no nothing. Like the only one who fought was
Amelia.
Yeah, Amelia, and that was kind of it.
Yeah, I feel like stuff happened, but it also feels like not much happened. You know what I mean?
Like
it's a weird,
yeah, like,
it was a weird episode.
the arc kind of wrapped itself. Like the demons were attacking. There was some fighting, I guess.
I just feel like maybe because it was wrapped up so quickly, I'm just like, oh yeah, they just obeyed Demon Lord and left. Okay.
Yeah. Which it was just like, I don't know, girl, that's a little anticlimactic. The fight and the fighting itself, what little we got was like, it was okay. But it was so short that it was like not really memorable.
I had forgot that she Amelia can go Ultra Instinct and turn white. Just
Oh yeah, me too.
use Spirit Bomb and shit.
I too forgot she can do that. Um, and I'm surprised ReZero hasn't like taken them to court.
Or
a white haired girl named Amelia.
yeah, that's true. But hey, unlike the other Amelia, this one at least has personality.
What?
I'd easily take this Amelia over.
No,
ReZero
not
Amelia.
after last season. After last season, I'll take other Amelia.
No, are we talking about Loli Amelia or the regular Amelia?
Both. I think she got better.
No,
She's
Loli
not.
Amelia was cute. No, the regular Amelia is still boring as fuck.
I don't know. I think she was fine. I don't know. This Amelia is she's just like, I don't know. Her personality is so cookie cutter. Like she's like she is like
she's just like aggressive tsundere.
Yeah, she just literally that.
But I will take that over whatever a ReZero Amelia is, which is
but that's Amelia now.
Nothing. The personality.
She has personality now. Now that she's like all traumatized and fucked up, like that makes her more interesting now. As a result, so yeah, I'll take that. I'll take traumatized girl over cut out cardboard tsundere.
Alright. I still like this Amelia more, but okay. It doesn't matter. That girl's still
right.
What's her name? Chi.
Who?
The big titty what's her name? Chie?
Oh yeah, Chi.
Yes.
Yeah, that's her
Chio,
short name.
there we go.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it was Chi something.
I mean, they just call her Chi, so I like that. Yeah, that's kind of all I had to say. I love how Amani just paid them in debt, like along with the entire summer shop.
Yeah, it was like, oh, by the way, this shop doesn't exist and everyone was a ghost. The end.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have been pissed just a little bit. I worked so damn hard restoring this thing, and it's just gone like that. I'm like, bitch, you better. I hope you took it with you to another place. I was not just gone forever, because that pissed me off, personally. I don't know, that's just me.
No, I agree with that. I would be pissed.
Alright. I think that's all we have. Well, that's all I have to say about Those Part-Timer.
Same.
Let's move on to Jashin-chan Dropkick X. Episode 8.
Something I have even less to say about.
Right.
Oh, no, there was a Jashin murder this episode.
There was I mean, honestly, 6 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
6 out of 10. But then no, it becomes a 7 out of 10 because they turned her into Noodles and ate her. Yeah. So they get an extra point for creativity.
Or yeah.
That was pretty funny. But yeah, no, it was just more of this time I definitely just started zoning out because I'm just like, when they started to, this is a place where we'd have blah blah. Once they started doing that, I was like, oh girl, I'm gone.
You know what kills me? It's whenever she ends up in a new place and then random NPC character shows up and is like, oh yes, Jashin, stay here while I explain the tree of life and all this other bullshit about this famous place in Japan. And I'm like literally, why is Jashin even here? You're just monologuing about some bullshit tourist attraction. So,
I mean, the second half was.
The second half was better because at least they used the characters and it was like stuff happening as opposed to just Jashin walking from place to place looking at attractions.
Right. I mean, yes, so it's still like her making this stuff about the island. Yes, but it was more.
It was more creative.
It was and more Jashin. So yeah, it was enjoyable-ish for the second half. It's just like the first half, I was so out of it already at this point.
Yeah, first half's like a 2 out of 10. Second half, I give like a 6.
Yeah.
pretty much. I still like. I really hope the rest of these episodes aren't this. They are going to be the same. I'm not even saying that. They are. I really don't like the whole touristy.
Yeah, no. This is
advertising.
This single handedly killing this season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, I really. Ooh.
Still no Medusa.
I feel bad. I feel what?
Still not enough Medusa, by the way.
Right. I feel so bad that they crowdsourced this only to put this out.
Yeah.
I feel like if I helped crowdfund this, and this is what I got as a thanks, I probably like this would not make me want to donate again.
Yeah. So there are a couple of moments here and there that I found funny and cute, like when she first runs into Lier and she's like on the swing. That was cute. When the debt collectors show up and the cop shows up and she's like, "Oh, save me!" and the cop just pulls out a gun,
just starts shooting at them.
That was good. But for the most part, yeah, those are like little isolated moments that are good. But like the overwhelming amount of the episode is just kind of boring because they're just forced to focus on these tourist attractions.
Yeah, I need more like good old comical violence than I'm used to in the show.
Exactly.
Like if I don't get it, it's like I don't. Yeah, it's not as good.
Yeah, flat out.
All right, let's move on. Yeah, no point in beating a dead horse.
Or dead Jashin.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, she already fused with the horse last episode.
And she fused with a dolphin this episode.
Yep. Up next we have Utawarerumono Season 2, Episode 9.
10. I think.
10, you are correct. It is 10. This is... I'm looking at last week's episode in my notes. Whoops. Episode 10. So this episode... Because it's like I predicted, they're definitely going around by each character. Yep.
But at least this character is better than what's her face, Rura, or whatever her name was.
Ruru?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, you're not wrong, but she is more fun. I feel like I don't remember her character as much because it's been like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Since the last season. Excuse me. And this was like a good refresher. To the point where I'm like, if they're all if the episodes are going to be like this caliber, I don't mind like the episodic. Let's just mosey around and flesh out each character.
Yeah,
I don't mind if the episodes are going to be like this. I don't mind.
Yeah, I think this episode did a good job of like fleshing out what's her name, No City, but also still contributing to the plot because they're still doing plot relevant things, like assembling allies and shit's going on in the capital. Scheming.
This episode we're dealing with one of the 8 general pillars. I'm trying to call them the 8 demon pillars.
Yeah, the 8 demon pillars.
I don't know. First of all, where's that from?
FGO.
There you go. See, and is it no surprise that of course I got confused. But yeah, no, that was very cool, and they're not done with it. It's not wrapped up in one episode because next episode they still have to deal with the pending ambush from him.
Yes, the actual fight.
This new the new emperor who took the new leader of the clan ? He was sneaky. I like that they had us fooled for a while.
Yeah, I was actually like, what? This is going pretty smooth. What?
Right, because I thought, because people change, like, because it's like, this shit happened 10 years ago. Maybe the guy was like, fuck, yeah, I kind of hate how things went down. It kind of sucked. Yada, yada, yada.
And he was acting really nice towards Haku and the rest of them.
Right. Well, then we find out it's all a scheme, and he was planning to drug them all and most likely capture and or kill them.
My girl Kwan just turned that scheme on its head.
She said, "You know, how about you see how it feels?" And then they drugged and knocked out those two poor girls.
They're like literally, they're like, I'm just serving the wine.
They're like, oh my god. They're like, I'm sorry. That was funny. Just knocked them both out. And then they took the seal and they left.
Bounced. I like how convenient that was. There was like no blood had to be shed or anything. It was just like, knocked you out. Take the seal. We out.
Right, that part. I really liked Nosuri's father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's pretty badass. The way he just dragged Nosuri for like a good 5 minutes. I was just like, my god. He was just like, God, he's so. Even when she was like, oh yeah, they. I will say I loved his expression when she was like, yeah, I'm sure after we explain everything, they'll just give us the golden seal. And he's like, Jesus. Like, you see his face of like, God. He's like, oh my god. He's like, oh my god, I think she might be as stupid as Phil. So yeah, that between that and the whole like, girl, you gotta get it together before you can lead the clan, because it's not gonna be me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty chill dude. I liked him.
Yeah, he was nice. I like these new characters. It's weird that it keeps being like the father, like they're just visiting.
Right, all the dads are cool.
Yeah, and all the dads are just chill.
Right, I'm waiting for that one dad who isn't.
Mm-hmm. It's coming.
Yeah, it is coming. Wait, I'm trying to see. Wait, let me see the roster of the characters real quick. So I'm just like, who do you want to put? Who do you want to put bets on whose dad is gonna be an asshole?
Can't be Nekone because we already saw her mom. Who else is here?
No, Kuwan's dad is literally goated.
Yeah, could be the twins. Do the twins have parents?
Wait, which? Oh, you mean the other twins?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, Nosuri and Ogi aren't twins. Why do I feel like they were twins?
Well, they're also aren't they? I thought they were too.
Yeah, I thought they were twins.
I mean the black and white one.
Right. Yeah, maybe. I'm like, do they even? I'm like, do they have? Do they?
That's what I mean. Like, do they have parents?
Right. You're right. Kudo doesn't count. I don't. Oh, they're doing all these names out of order instead of like the main cast.
they're mixing them up.
Right. This. Oh yeah, this is kind of. Oh, this is ghetto. I can't. Not me forgetting the main cast off the top of my head. I'm like,
I just see a picture of them together, like a group picture.
Right.
I don't think there are that many dads left or any more characters for us to.
Right, and that guy who has a daughter, once they have, once they have kids, they're there's no such thing as the grandparents. They just
their parents automatically just die.
It's
like a death note. He just gets a heart attack. Right. Oh, my son must have had a baby.
That.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll see which dad.
I do hope we get a twins episode though. I like the twins.
Yeah, there's so many episodes left.
Yeah, that's the best part. It's 28 episodes.
Yep. Oh, these glasses. Okay. Up next, we have Isekai Meikyuu de Harem wo episode 8.
I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone watching this episode because it wouldn't fucking end. And it just felt like it was repeating the same thing over and over. Because they kept going back and forth between the labyrinth and the house. And I'm like, wait, did I see this scene already? But I thought this episode ended. Why is it still going? It was only like a third of the way through.
Yep. Yup. Yep. Like once they started with like, "Ha, we're gonna buy a house today," I'm just like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" They are truly going to flush the shit out of this world, and
Yeah.
whether we like it or not.
Like, what's the housing economy like in the in this isekai world?
Right. We and instead of watching them like fight cool enemies or what literally anything else, they're like, let's start haggling over a house so we
This
can
is
get
like the
we
opposite
can
of
get free stuff.
the opposite of Sword Art Online. Because Sword Art Online will do stuff like it'll skip all the details and just jump from like
Yeah.
interesting set piece to interesting, and you're like, wait, what's the context? I don't know what's going on. In this show, you see literally every little detail. Like if he has to go to find furniture, you're gonna watch him fucking go to IKEA and shop for furniture.
Yeah,
With Roxanne.
and that the true battle will be trying to get a discount. That'll be the real
Like,
battle.
"Oh, I like this. I like this pot. Can we get a discount around if we buy the pot too?"
She was bold for that.
She was. I appreciate that. I also
Like,
like how she was getting jealous. Like, oh, she's getting too close to my man.
Really? Of the owner?
The owner.
Of the manager woman?
Yeah.
Ugh. Roxanne, I think you're fine.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to be worried about.
Right. That woman looks tired of life.
It's not too late. She could join the harem.
Yes, as their cleaner. Yeah, so there was that which took up a very huge chunk of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, well, we got a house and we gotta test out the house for teleporting and the things that honestly could have been
Completely avoided. Like literally, just like
you could have like, briefly explained it in a flashback and
or like one line of dialogue. Like you could have just walked into a room like, oh, by the way, I set a teleport point. The end.
But they were like, fuck that. You're going to get the full story.
Mm-hmm. And then we got two sex scenes.
Yeah. They said, okay, we're gonna level with you. You're not gonna get a lot of action this episode. So to make up for the fact that you're just gonna watch him buy a house, we're gonna have not one but two sex scenes. So basically, if you're a gay man, like this whole episode was almost borderline a waste of time.
I will say the second sex scene was fun only because they started talking about
yes.
Like,
okay, I did watch that scene because I know they were talking in the middle of it, and I'm just like, oh, this is stupid. I want to watch.
He's like
they're talking about candles.
Candles. Yeah. They were too expensive.
Oh my god. And it's so funny. It's so funny that shows, like, not even anime, like, TV does that all the time. And as someone who's had a lot of sex, I don't think that's ever happened to me. I don't think I've ever felt the need to be like, hey, let's talk about something different while
all exposition should be
while I'm
sex.
blowing your back out. Like, what?
No, it'll never be better than is it Princess Lover? There's like a hentai that's like pretty, not super old, but like maybe like a decade old, where it's like this princess of a country and it's like a politics hentai.
Oh my god.
And they will just literally like imagine
please
like
don't.
Overlord.
Please
but
don't.
Like in the context of them having sex, like in this episode, they'll just be banging and talking about like world politics.
No.
Like, the peace treaty between blah 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 and blah.
No, I knew you were gonna say something. That's so. Oh my god, that sounds so amazing, but in the dumbest way possible.
Yeah, it makes politics more interesting.
Not sex making politics interesting. So So if members of Congress just showed up in like lingerie.
Oh no! Well, not this Congress, please.
Yeah, right. A bunch of old people.
You see
Just
Mitch McConnell showing up in like, speedo.
You know what? Actually, I hope that. No, I hope we do that. I hope that's a thing, and I hope they all start banging while discussing politics. Because you know why?
Why?
They're all gonna die. Especially mostly the men are going to die, and I'll take that already. Including Mitch McConnell, especially Mitch McConnell. I just know someone's gonna slip him a Viagra, and just like that, his heart.
It is a good way to go out. It's like having a massive orgy.
Girl, I don't give a shit how they. I don't give a shit about how good of a way it's to go out. I want them gone so we can get new fresh blood. Okay, I'm tired of these dinosaurs. Yes, and I'm willing to take them out, even if we have to experience a day where for some reason they're just all fucking on camera.
That will.
Well, no, I don't think they
trend on Twitter. So
no, I don't think they would. I don't know. I can't tell. Sometimes America finds ways to surprise me all the time.
I will say I would have said that'll never happen, but yeah, we live in a weird time.
Right? Like I want to say it wouldn't happen, but I said a lot of weird shit that 6 years ago I said this won't happen, and yet it happened. So yeah, nah. Oh god. So yeah, that was Isekai Meikyuu. It was an episode. Things happened. Lots of sex. Was. Candlelights and sex.
Remember to buy candles.
Yes. And when I say candlelights and sex, no, there were candlelights there. You're talking about buying candles. Could you imagine just hitting it from the back and be like, and your girl's like, oh, you know, I think we need more candles for the house. Cause like I just want the night room to smell nice, you know?
Yeah, and I told the way I would not respond or pay attention at all.
Wow, that's and that's when she gives you the cultural the rest of the night. She's like, I can't believe
we can talk about the candles afterward.
I can't believe Jeffrey, I can't believe you ignored me about the candles while we were having sex. How dare you? All right. Up next we have, is this the last one? Yeah, last but not least. Oh shit, my pen. We have RWBY Chosatsu Teikoku, episode 9. Episode 9.
Yes. God, the music episode.
Why? Y'all listen. Y'all hoes got one more time to sing that stupid dumb song.
They're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna do it.
They are gonna do it. They are gonna. That's it. Y'all have one more time. They're gonna do it one more time.
Weiss sung it. Next is gonna be RWBY singing it. Mark my words.
and then Weiss joins her, and then everyone just joins, and then I finally eat a gun. Like
the last episode is just like them all singing it together. Listen, I don't want to make fun of anyone's English accent or anything. I'm just saying, if you are gonna sing a song in English, don't do the whole thing. Like, you know what I mean? Just like 10 seconds, 10, 15 seconds.
I don't have a problem with the song itself. It's just we could dedicate more time to doing literally anything else in this anime. I don't want to hear it on a set like this. If it's not Carol and Tuesday, I don't want it.
If it's not Carol and Tuesday, or what was the other anime that had like a random good Kakegurui.
No, there's another one. Talked.
Oh yeah, yeah, Talk too. Yeah, they had a really good one too.
Yeah.
Basically, unless you were capable of like being a musically inclined anime, don't do it.
Yes, and girl, that's not what this is.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I come here for. I don't come here for music. I come here for fighting, which apparently just doesn't happen anymore.
No. Was there any fighting in this episode?
Nah. No. RWBY and Weiss were
kind of
fighting. Yeah, it's once again a very 5-second fight scene. Which I'm also I'm over that as well. Like, why is it no just fight? I just want to go all out brawl. Like, I know, and I would say even in the original, there were like sometimes they would go episodes without like really fighting, but it's like, but when the fights came, it was like,
oh yeah, it was like, what? Insane.
Everyone's like flying, zipping around, shooting shit. Like, yeah, they were doing the most. But this is just like, no fights, just songs, and Big Nicholas.
Big Nicholas. It's actually my new username. Sorry, I'm not
I was gonna change it
anymore.
too. No,
I'm Big Nicholas.
Oh my god, can we both change our name to Big Nicholas? Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to can I think of anything else to mention? Like, RWBY's dream was really funny. RWBY's dream was really funny because we are just like, what's happening? Like, oh my god, RWBY's dream is so nice. Like, you know how Weiss is like forced to become like mini Hitler.
Yeah.
RWBY on the other hand is just like, I'm just in bed with my girls, having some cocoa. Like, oh, this is great. And then Weiss is like, yeah, girl, you should just go to sleep. And she's like, yeah, I will go to sleep. And she's like, I'm gonna go to sleep too. And I'm just like, oh, that's how they're gonna get her, because she's not that bright. So they're just gonna be like, girl, you're in bed already, just go to sleep. Now RWBY's just being very like easy. But then somehow with the power of his aura or semblance or whatever, John saves RWBY. And I never found out what his semblance was.
Yeah, I don't remember from the original either.
I almost want to. This makes me want to go back and watch RWBY, honestly.
I think that's the point. That's like the point of the show, to make you go back and watch the original.
No, I thought it would want me to watch this instead of the original, but I don't know about that. But now I want to watch. Yeah, but now I want to watch the original because was that their plot? Not their plot. Was that their plan? To bore me with music and other like superfluous shit to the point where I'm just like, fuck it, let me just watch the original. Because if that's it, if that was their their plan, kudos, it's working. Because that's kind of what I want to do right now. That is where I am at.
Same.
I know that by the end of the episode, I think, Yang and Blake is like really big fight, which is interesting.
Maybe one of them will get pricked and they'll transform into their dream.
Oh my god, please, no more. No more dreams, please. I just want to wrap this dream up. Please. But yeah, so that was interesting. They went back and forth on how to do it, even though I'm not like, I know Yang is like a beat 'em up kind of girl, but it was shocking how like how nearsighted she was with her plan.
Oh yeah, well, Yang is not really that smart.
Yeah, I guess this is one of those moments where you just remember that even though she's the oldest, it's like she's known for her beauty and her brawn, but not so much her brains.
Yeah.
And yeah, and shout out to Blake, because Blake is, that girl as usual. And she's just like, hey, let's bring the fight to her. I agree, but let's also bring the grim / faunus. She's like, these faunus are literally grims. Like, is that how she views us?
Kinda.
And I'm just like, racism.
Yeah.
Racism, and music. The series.
It's like a racist musical.
I wonder when they stopped doing head tilt.
That's true. We haven't seen a head tilt in a while.
Mm-mm.
It better end on a head tilt.
That'd be cute. I would like that.
Why it's just looking the other way or something. Like, she just wakes up and head tilts automatically, and that's the end. Roll credits.
She can't. I feel like she can't just wake up and head tilt. Well, she has to wake up, stand, then be like, and then cut to the ending song for the series. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about RWBY.
Same.
So that's going to end our weekly review. I don't really have anything planned for whatchamacallit, a filler arc. You want to do a Waifu Wars?
Sure. I was actually thinking about one pretty simple, pretty easy. I'll be kind. Overlord. Best waifu. There's a few waifus here. You got Chaltier, Albedo, Aura's there.
That's hard. Also, if you say
princess.
if anyone says Aura, you're going to jail. Sending you to jail. But...
Yandere Princess, Evil Eye. There's lots of potential waifus in Overlord. Ninja Twins.
Ninja Twins.
All the maids.
All of the maids. Can my choice be all of the maids? Let's see. I feel like we're gonna. I don't know. Actually, you go first and tell me. I'm.
Oh, Chaltier.
God damn.
For me, it's between Chaltier and Albedo, obviously, but like, I think before the season, I was leaning towards Albedo, but now that Chaltier's gotten so much more screen time, and she's just been so adorable in her screen time, I have to lean more towards Chaltier.
Fuck. I knew you were going to do it.
Yeah, Albedo would be the more capable wife. Like, she'd be like more on top of things and stuff,
Right, but she kind of scares me, so...
Exactly.
She kind of scares the shit out of me, so yeah, I definitely lean more towards Chaltier.
I feel like Chaltier would just be like the more fun, outgoing type, and just chill, have good movie nights and stuff.
Right, and I'm just like... I would be like, listen, you love Ainz? Go love yourself some Ainz. Like, I hope you have... all the fun the Ainz summer. Like, do your thing. We can like Ainz together. Man, who knows? Yeah. And maybe one of these days, I was like, can I convince us to have a threesome? Probably not.
What, Ainz? I don't know if Ainz can even do anything.
He's like a really strong magic person. He'll find a way. I don't know.
Manifest a penis or something.
He'll mind transfer himself into like a human body.
That's true.
Oh, would she even want that? What? Oh my god. Okay, so a warning. This is gonna get into some really weird territory. God, no. What if? What if we do the body transfer? And then they're having sex, but then he ends up fucking her with his original body's bones.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he takes his original body, which is just because he's a skeleton, and literally just like takes it out and takes his femur, just like fuck, and just like fucks her with it.
Oh god, you sounds like a really fucked up something like.
Oh,
turn off.
Did I go too far?
Instant turn off.
So
I don't want to see someone get their stuff shoved with a femur.
Okay, so clearly the problem is the bone.
Yes, the bone.
So what you're saying is we need a smaller bone. So
no.
What would you prefer? Which one would you prefer? Would you just take a finger off of him?
I feel like, first off, bones are, depending on the bone you pick, I feel like that'd be very unpleasant.
I feel like the finger bone would be fine. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Femur is just when I'm just like, You know, you're a vampire. You regenerate. I'm sure. I'm sure your vagina's gonna just snap right back together.
I'm sure it will, but I don't want to be there for that process. I don't want to see that process unfold.
Listen, if there's any, usually I don't heavily promote dojins or dojinshi, but if there's any watching this and you really like Overlord, you're welcome. Just saying.
This is the reason why we can't have any good Overlord dojins, because people like Drew exist and they're gonna make it all weird.
You know what? That's okay because after Made in Abyss exists, so I don't feel ashamed. I'll never get to that point.
There's also no Made in Abyss dojins, or at least I haven't seen that many.
Don't thank the
And the
Lord.
ones I have seen are all vanilla, so that's weird.
Because they were like the originals already too fucked up. They're like we literally
try.
They're like, we can't literally make it worse.
Yeah.
It's already as bad as it's going to get. But yeah, I don't know. That's it. That's just how I feel. I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling a little spicy. Who knows?
Well, you brought the spice. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, with that being said, that wraps up the Waifu Wars, and not just the segment, but also the podcast. So, only if you be a dear, take us away.
Guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the Waifu Wars podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you catch every episode as it goes up every week. If you haven't already, do follow us over on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. If you'd like, you can even support us on Patreon, like all these lovely people on screen right here who make the show possible. And Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
I don't know, chat. Let me know who would you want to see Ainz fuck with his bones? Let me know in the comments.
I will not say anything until next time. This has been Silveroni and
Jubidu.
And we'll catch y'all later. Later.
Bye.